Hi, my name is Jason from So the Land, and this is where we used to have the pigs, and yesterday we moved the pigs out. Brothers, we're gonna be moving you guys again. These guys have been here 7 days, which I thought it was gonna be longer than that. I thought they were gonna be there for maybe at least 2, but with the rain we've been having, they really did a number on this spot, and we're good to go here. We're gonna move them this way, and then hopefully they could tear up some of this area so that way we can grow some garlic. Plus we want to do more terracing, and so hopefully they can help with that. But first we need to move these 30 Freedom Rangers over there. See that structure there? That's our new chicken coop. Still working on it. Alright, so I built these two. I wanted to hold 15 chickens and 15 chickens, but when they go to bed, they all go into one. And I was afraid that would happen, so they don't all fit in there, but they all sleep together. And they're only in here to sleep, which is nice, and that's why I built these, and that's why we have a fence around them, because I wanted them to free range so I wouldn't have to move them every day. To make this more easier for us, I need to separate some of these and put them in here, so that way I can move them a little bit more better. If you're gonna move these chickens in a chicken tractor, any chicken tractor, it's best to do it when you don't need to go a long distance. We're going a long distance, and it's not working because you start to run over a foot. And so we're gonna put them in these buckets to move them, because it is such a long distance and the chickens, they just can't move fast enough, or it would take a super long time to get from this part to way over there. They're only meant to move the distance of the tractor, and that's the easiest way to do it, just slowly making increments. But we want to move the pigs here, so we need to move these guys on the other side. Brothers are being patient. All right, so that was fun. But let's let them out now. This hill is no joke. Not ideal to raise them on this hill, but because we're trying to utilize this grass to grow more meat chickens, because we actually have more coming that we're going to use most of that area. That area is all good, and you can't really run the meat chickens all in the same spot over and over again, like right after each other. So we got to let the land rest before we run more meat chickens, and so that's why we're utilizing this area, because we're not doing anything with it. It's just grass, so that's why we are trying our best here to utilize this hill with these guys. Let's turn this, guys. All right, so now we gotta move the pigs.
And they're so patient.
I know, not a peep from you guys. You're just sitting there waiting for us. Good job, guys. Soon. Hold on tight.
So the opening is going to be here, and they're going to be hungry, so they'll follow you.
Is that too close? I thought you wanted up there more.
Oh, yeah. I think that should be good.
This fence is from Premier One. It's a little bit different than the other one. It has bigger holes in there. And if you look at this one is really meant for little piggies, little piglets. And then this one is meant for the bigger guys because they just can't go through it. The piglets, they'll be able to go through that.
All right, well, the gate is open and we know it'll close.
It seems like a smaller area, but it's the same size.
Oh, is it? Okay, so this gate is now open. That's where we'll bring them through. That's for the water or for the
water. That much?
Yeah, like a stack of wood or
Well, I have those bricks, but they're on that one.
oh, well, we could move it when they we could move it after we move them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get the bricks. All right, piggies. They're hungry.
Turn this off. Hold on. Hey, brothers. Come on. Come on, brothers. This way.
Come on. Come on. He's eating the chick feed.
Hey, brothers.
Come on. Come on. That one's in. Go get that one.
Hey, brothers. Come on. He's not going in. Hey, brothers.
Oh, no. No. No.
Hey, brothers.
Don't you eat my onions. Don't you eat my
Hey, guys.
onions.
This way. This way. This way. Come here. Come on.
Oh.
He's about to go after your onion.
You feel better now?
Come on.
When are you going to give them the real feed?
Right now?
Oh.
Should I? Right now?
Yeah.
So my concern is this hill. I don't know how this is going to work because it is pretty slanted, and I'm hopefully it works for at least a week, but we're going to kind of fill it out. It might be like just a day.
And it might be a disaster.
And it might be, yeah, it might be a horrible experience, but we're going to try it out, see if how they are on this hill. I was afraid I would smash their little nipple water here. I didn't want to smash that. All right, so that water's set up, they're set up here. We'll still need to bring their sage structure over here, but I need to feed these other meat chickens. Luckily it's overcast right now. It's actually really cool today, so it should be good for a little bit. With these Cornish cross meat chickens, there's 30 of them we have, and they are almost ready to be put in our freezer. We got 2 more weeks with them, and then we're going to be butchering right here on our backyard. And these guys are from McMurray Hatchery, and they're looking pretty good, I think. There's a couple small guys in here, but for the most part, in the last 2 weeks, I noticed like a big growth, like a growth spurt. Like it took a little while for them to like get their appetite, but then once they get going, they start growing pretty fast. All right, see how they move their ball like that? That's not good. That's what I was afraid of. Because the ball is sliding down. And then once it touches this, it might short it out, and then it won't work as good, and then they could possibly get out. All right, woo, Penelope. We can now have breakfast. We're not done yet, but we still need to go out there, but we haven't had a breakfast yet. It's almost lunchtime, so what do we got here? Pancakes?
Yeah.
Pancakes.
Ooh, hooking it up this morning.
And I got a monster mouth.
Monster mouth, pancake, and some blueberries.
And I got a man pancake too.
And some homemade jam and almond butter.
Nice. All right, guys, we just had breakfast. Next thing, we need to get the shade structure out. And it's muddy. I don't know how easy this is going to be. All right, so they already pooped right here where we put their shelter. So now I need to shovel that poop out because I don't want them to be laying in there, and I'm pretty sure they don't want it either. All right, guys, let's move your bucket. All right, guys, it's your new home for a little bit. Let's see how you do on this hill. You got some shade. It's pretty cool out, and it just started sprinkling. So let's see how this goes. And then our Freedom Rangers have a new home also. They're still getting out.
Come on. Come on. You did this yourself.
Yeah, they wouldn't be getting out if we had a charger. So, just gonna have to do for now. But fresh grass for these guys. So yeah, we'll see how this works, and we'll see how these guys do. Hey, brothers. Hey, be careful. See what you did here. Start rooting up right there. All up here. I got some chicken necks for you. Wow, guys, you did a number right there. We're still putting apple cider vinegar in their food. Half a cup of kelp. It's later on in the day. Usually later on in the day means more feeding for the brothers. So I just propped that up on their shelter here. Lorraine cooked some chicken necks. And those are chicken necks that we had from last year. Only reason for that, we use that for our bone broth usually. But we're about to butcher a lot of chickens, so we're gonna have plenty. You wanna check on the mushrooms with me?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
This is our Amazon forest. Right about now is where it really looks like Amazon forest. Everything's just super grown. It's just like another world in here. It's pretty nice, huh, Penelope?
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of rain lately, and I just wanted to come out here and check on some mushrooms, seeing what we got. We got one right there. That's it, just this one. I usually move them for a second time in the evening and then give them a once over. Make sure there's no gaps underneath, so that way a critter might want to come in. We're looking good here. We still have feed from this morning, which is good, so I'm not going to feed them again. Woo! And then we flame weeded this area right here where that vine was to kill it even more. It's no joke here, guys. No joke. That's one thing that I underestimated when we moved here, was the grass, the weeds, everything grows so good here. Coming from Southern California, desert area. And then after we tarped it, and we're just gonna leave the tarp on until we have some time to come back out here to actually get that area going to plant. In a clean bowl. All right, so I'm gonna attempt to try to weigh these guys. I'm not sure how much they weigh, and so I'm just interested in to see like how much do they weigh. You know, they're 6 months old. We've never raised pigs before, and so the way I'm gonna do that is by a tape measure. I just asked Mr. Google, say, hey, how do I weigh my pig without having to put them on a scale? So I'm gonna attempt to do that, but first we need to feed them so that way it can get their attention because I'm gonna need to have to use this. So patient. Up, up. First I'm gonna measure from their ears to their tail. Hold on, brother. Okay, that's 43 inches. Let's see this one. It's 46. All right, I'm writing it on my phone here. I'm writing it all down. You gotta go underneath. Excuse me, brothers. That's 40. I'm fitting you for a suit. Excuse me. That's 40 also. Let's move this up here, guys. Now let's calculate it. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. So we're gonna do 40 times 40. 40 times 40 times 43 equals 68,800. Divide that by 400 equals 172 pounds. Now I think this is probably just approximate, and this is what I'm getting from Google, so I guess it's right. So according to those measurements, this pig, one of the pigs, weighs 172 pounds. Have you heard of chicken math? Well, this is pig math. Now one of these pigs is bigger than the other a little bit, you could tell. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Divide that by 400 equals 184 pounds. So the bigger one's 184. The second one, the smaller one's 170. I don't know, for some of you guys who've been raising pigs for a while, leave a comment. Let me know, like, what's the butcher weight? Like, what are you going for when you're taking, or either if you're going to the processor or if you're doing it yourself? Like, what are you looking for as far as how do you know that the pigs are ready to be processed, to be butchered, to be put in your freezer? How do you know that? Leave a comment. Let me know. I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are. Watering your plants?
Yeah, because it's not gonna rain today.
We've been putting bags in those barrels. That one was empty, so I filled that up. That one's filled. Those are from these pallets here that we got. But the bags, they actually look pretty good. I looked them over and I don't see a sign of any kind of bite marks or anything, or rats or anything like that. So it's already been a couple weeks with these bags right here. So far they're looking good, and we're using them as these barrels are getting empty. What are you guys doing?
We got a bunch of peas.
Oh, they like grew overnight. Look at this. This is the blush one. And then the purple ones, I think are
Here's a purple one.
yeah, I don't remember the name of those. We have two different
The
kinds
purple
here.
pink.
We have a blush one and then like I think it's like pink cut or something like that.
Guys, we planted these peas when it was snowing out.
And remember how it's so cold. Like
Good job,
so
Penelope.
cold.
Whoa, look at this cow, Penelope.
Oh yeah. Oh, I want you to try this one, Dad. I want you to try this one. Eat it.
Let's try it. Good. These usually don't get out of the garden. We usually eat them before they get to our kitchen.
We've got pak choy that was already starting to bolt. and some garlic scapes, and some peas.
Hey brothers, you still hungry? I'm coming back later for scraps. But I just got a call. New hats, guys. I gotta go downtown Asheville to pick up our new hats. All right, guys, I just came back from getting hats. We have a bunch of hats for sale now. I just picked them up from Asheville T-shirt company in downtown, but they do a bang up job on hooking us up with hats. But guys, I'll leave a link down in the show notes where you can purchase these hats. Limited quantities. Last time I sold out in 2 days. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys next time.